Get your Choco chocolate milk today.
It's good. It comes with vitamins and protein, and don't forget the calcium. Get your Choco chocolate milk today.
Call 999.
Drink your Choco chocolate milk today. It will make you strong. We're not lying, we're not wrong. Choco chocolate milk.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Landsdowne Dairy Virtual Live Chat. I'm Jordan with Discover Dairy, and today is going to be so much fun. We've got Farmer Kent on standby, and we've got your questions rolling in. Plus, we've got two of the cutest calves on the planet, Charlie and Magnolia, ready for their close-up. This event is part of the Adopt a Cow program, where over 48,000 teachers and 2.1 million students joined us this year, all for free, thanks to our partners and supporters at the Dairy Alliance and the Dairy Excellence Foundation. And mark your calendars because enrollment opens on May 1st. You'll be able to sign up at discoverdairy.com/adopt once registration goes live. And because this is a live, go ahead and drop your questions, tell us from, and let's fill that chat with energy. Speaking of the chat, let's see where you guys are joining us from. Let's look through here. So we've got people joining from Summerville, South Carolina. Hello, welcome. We have folks joining us from Sparta. We have people from Bamberg, South Carolina. Hello, welcome. We have some kiddos joining from Our Lady of Peace Catholic School in North Augusta, South Carolina. Hello and welcome. We're so excited to have you here. We have Mrs. Tyner's second grade from Sumter, South Carolina. Hello and welcome. And we've got people joining from North Myrtle Beach Christian School. Hello. They're excited to see Magnolia. We have Mrs. Cocker's class from Northwood Academy in Summerville, South Carolina. Hello, everyone. We're so excited to have you. And one more, we have our first graders from Little Mountain Elementary School. Hello, and we're so excited that you're joining us today. So I think everyone's going to be pretty excited. Let's get this show started. Farmer Kent, welcome. How's your day going?
I'm glad I can talk to you today, Jordan, and I'm glad everybody else is being a part of this today. So today was very sunny and a little bit breezy and very dry right now. So I'm glad that we had this opportunity to talk to each other and get to learn more about each other.
Yeah. So how's everything going on the farm? And can you tell us a little bit about your operation and how our calves are doing?
So right now, everything's going pretty well on the farm. It's very dry right now. We need some rain. Right now, we're milking about 150 cows, and we have another 150 younger females on the farm. Right now, the cows produce about 6 or 7 gallons of milk a day. We have been in business for about 15 years now. The farm has been here for over 50 years, and we actually opened the dairy back up in about 2010. And me and my partners, we got started. We met each other in college and decided to come back and start the farm. And in the past 15 years, we have also started a creamery where we bottle our own milk that we produce here on the farm. And we make different products like yogurt and buttermilk and chocolate milk and whole milk.
And what's the creamery called?
Hold, the creamery is called Low Country Creamery, located in Bowman, South Carolina, and we sell a lot of milk around Charleston and Columbia, and different stores and different restaurants use our milk to make different things.
Awesome. So maybe some of our participants have had your milk at a restaurant or when they've been out and about. So how many cows do you guys milk at Landsdowne Dairy?
Right now, we're milking about 150 cows, and we're all milking primarily Jerseys, which are the small brown cows. They produce high quality milk, not as much milk. Um, and we also have another 150 younger females on the farm that we're raising that will one day be milk cows.
And one more question for you, Farmer Kent, before we get to see those calves up close. What is your role on the farm every day?
My role is I manage the dairy on a daily basis. So every day I make sure that the cows get fed, make sure that the cows get milked, and we're milking the cows twice a day. And I make sure the calves get fed and the barns get cleaned every day. And I make sure that the cows are clean and comfortable and they have a nice environment where they can stay calm and produce high quality milk for everybody.
Awesome. It's been so much learning about you and your farm and just all the important role that you have and everyone else has to make this possible. So, of course, our adopted calves have been the highlight of this year, and we're really excited to meet them. So, can we get a close up of Charlie and Magnolia and get an update on them?
Okay, so this is Magnolia. I think the last time we had an update, Magnolia was, I think, 39 or 40 inches tall and about 205 pounds. Since the last update, she has gotten a lot taller. She's gained about 50 pounds and has gotten about 4 inches taller. Um, right
Wow.
now, she's about 8.5 months old, and she's doing really well. She looks really good right now.
That's
Charlie,
awesome.
Charlie, our other calf. Charlie's kind of a smaller calf. She has grown about 2 inches taller since last time. I think she was about 38 inches tall and 175 pounds. She's gained about 30 pounds and is about 2 inches taller. Right now, Charlie still has her winter coat on. When the temperature gets warm, she'll start losing that long hair and get a little more slicker like Maggie. So
Awesome. Yeah, it's awesome to see how much they've grown. To think back when they were born and we started the program, both the calves were 29 inches and Charlie was 52 pounds when she was born in pounds. So they've surely grown up a lot this year. And yeah, we're just excited to have seen them grow throughout the program and as they are over 7 months now. So I bet everyone is so excited to hear some more about their calves. We're going to hop into the chat and see what questions we have. Are you ready for some questions, Farmer Kent?
sure, that sounds great.
Awesome. Let's see. We've got lots of people in here. So we have one question. Does Charlie like to play in the mud?
Well, we want to keep Charlie as clean and dry as possible. Every once in a while, when we have a lot of rain, she may be in a little bit of a muddy area, but we really don't like them to be very dirty. We want to keep them as clean as possible so she doesn't get all dirty and she doesn't get a bunch of dirt stuck in her hair. So we want her to stay nice and dry and healthy.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
have and would like to know how many animals are on the farm total.
On total, there's about 300 animals on the farm. Like I said, I was saying we have 150 mature milk cows, mama cows, and then another 150 younger females that will one day be milk cows also. So year round, we try to carry about 300 cows altogether.
Awesome. Yeah, it takes a lot to take care of all of those. So Miss Kaylin's class is
Yep.
asking how much time do they spend sleeping?
So most cows, unlike us, we like to sleep 7, 8, 9 hours at the same time. But most of the cows, like the older cows, they sleep about 3 and 4 hours at a time throughout the day. They may sleep about 14 hours throughout the day, but not all at one time. So they may sleep 4 hours, get up and go be milked for a couple hours, and then come back to the barn and eat for a little while, and then take another 4 hour nap. So most of the time, the older animals will sleep about 14 hours a day, and we want them to have 14 hours a day of rest. The more rest the older cows can get, the more milk that they can produce, and the healthier that they can be, because everything needs rest so we can recover and be healthy. And the younger animals, they also, as much as whenever they have plenty of food to eat and plenty of water and a nice soft place to lay down, we want them to rest and grow also. So anywhere from that 10 to 14 hour
Yeah.
range.
Awesome. They get plenty of rest, that's for sure. So we're talking about they get to play with their friends, but it's also important for them to eat. Can you share with us what they're eating right now? And somebody's asking what their favorite food is.
So great. This is a good question. Right now, what the calves are eating is we feed them a pelleted feed, which is really high in protein. It's got some corn in it, and it helps them really grow. When the feed has a lot of protein in it, it helps them get tall and strong and put on some strong muscles and bones. And corn, it gives them a lot of energy so they can put on some extra weight. And then they also eat a lot of hay, which is something that they like. And this is harvested usually during the summertime when we have a whole lot of grass. The cows really love it. But the most important thing that they consume on a daily basis is water. So we want to make sure that they have nice, clean water and as much water as they can drink.
Yeah, awesome. So they get to enjoy all that good stuff. But we have some participants wanting to know what else they do in their day, and do Charlie and Magnolia together?
Yeah, Charlie and Magnolia have been together ever since that they were calves. They like to play together. Usually they seem to get a little more active, like if there's a weather change or something. I don't know what it is, but when the weather gets a little bit cooler, they like to run around and jump. And they've been really good pen mates, I guess, kind of in the same class like everybody. But they do like each other's company. Here. Okay.
I think we can hear you now. There we go. We have another awesome question wanting to know about the milking that happens on the dairy farm. So not necessarily with Charlie and Magnolia right now, but can you explain the process of how the cows get milked on the farm?
So when the cows get milked on the farm, we're milking twice a day. We milk at 3 o'clock in the morning and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. When the cows come
Wow.
in, it's only about a 6 or 7 minute process. The cows are calm and comfortable. The milking process is a process where the cows are stimulated, and they like to give us the milk in like an easy and a quiet area. And it usually, for to milk all the cows at one time, it takes about a 2 hour time frame. And like I said, we do that at 3 o'clock in the morning while everybody's asleep, and then we do it again at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Some farms milk 3 times a day, but we only milk twice a day here at Landsdowne Dairy.
Sounds good. And then Miss Kaylin's class is wondering, where do our girls sleep whenever? So we talked about how long they sleep, but do they sleep in this pen? Do they sleep outside? Where do they like to take their naps?
So we have what is called a freestall barn, which is specifically built for the cows. It has like a individual beds that the cows can sleep in. We have really soft sand under the barns, and we have a lot of fans blowing in the barn. So they can sleep in the barn if they want to, and they have access to go out in the field and lay down and sleep in the field if they want to. So the cows have a lot of options as to what they want to do. But we try to provide them with a very clean and comfortable environment, which gives them the best ability to stay clean and healthy.
Awesome, awesome. So let's see what other questions we have. I'm gonna pan back to our calves so we can see them again for us, camera crew.
Let's look at the calves one more time.
Yeah. So when will Charlie and Magnolia have their first baby?
So we want Charlie and Magnolia to be about 2 years old when they have their first calf. So they're around 8 months old right now. So we want them to be 24 months old when they have their first calf. We want them to gain probably another 600 pounds before they have a calf. And usually a calf that is 1 year old is kind of equal to a person who is 6 or 7 years old.
All right. How much milk do all the cows produce in a day, or how much does one cow produce
Right,
in one day?
right now, the cows produce about 8 gallons a day. And on the farm, we actually measure it by pounds. So to us, the cows produce about 45 pounds a day. And like I said, with the Jerseys, the little brown cows, their milk is really rich with butter. It's a really heavy, creamy type milk compared with other different breeds of cows. And it can change throughout the year. Usually when it's cooler, the cows eat a lot more and they have the ability to produce more milk. And it may go down a little bit in the summertime just because of the heat.
Yeah, weather definitely takes a toll on all of us and can have a factor. So let's see what else in here. You guys are doing awesome in the chat. There's so many to look for. This is amazing. Farmer Kent, why are some cows brown and some cows black and white? Can you talk to us about the different breeds of cows?
Yeah, so there are several different breeds. The main two breeds of dairy cows are the black and white cows, which are Holsteins, and the little brown cows, which are Jerseys. The biggest difference is the Holsteins, they produce a lot more milk and they have a little bit less butter fat in the milk. And the Jerseys produce less milk but have a higher butter fat. Also, the Holstein cows are a lot bigger. They could be 5 or 6 or even 700 pounds heavier than the Jerseys. Like a mature mama cow for a Jersey may weigh about 12 or 1300 pounds. compared with the Holsteins, they could weigh 16 or 1700 pounds. So those are the main differences between the two. And they're also are the Holstein most popular ones in the jerseys.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes. You guys are rocking it in this chat here. When will these girls join the milking herd, and when will they end up with the bigger cows?
So when they get to be about 24 months old, which will be usually September in 2027, they should be having their first calves. So once they have their first calf, that's when they actually start producing milk. So cows start producing milk right when they have their first calf, and they'll be a lot bigger, and hopefully they'll have a nice healthy calf, and hopefully they'll have another girl, and we can raise her calf, and her calf would eventually be a milk cow also. And like I said, that should be in
Awesome.
around September or
So Farmer
October in
Kent,
2027.
wow, very exciting. We have a lot of people asking about Charlie and Magnolia, if they're sisters.
Right now, they have a couple brothers and sisters that are a little bit older than they are. Some cows have twins, but these calves were born individually. I think Charlie's mother was about 6 years old, and she has had 3 other calves besides Charlie. So, and 2 of her other daughters are already in the milking herd. And then Magnolia's mama, she's only about 4 years old, and she's only had 2 calves prior to Magnolia. So, yes, they do have some other siblings within the herd. So, and hopefully they'll have some more in the future. I know Charlie's mama's pregnant, and she'll have another calf here in the fall. And Maggie's mom is trying to be pregnant right now.
Awesome. So you touched on that you guys have the Low Country Creamery and you process some of your own products. We have a question. Does your farm make cheese?
We do not make cheese right now. The main things that we make right now are whole milk, chocolate milk. We make a couple different types of yogurt, and we make a buttermilk, but we have not started making cheese yet.
Awesome. And you mentioned different places where they can sell it. So maybe some of our participants can go out and try some of those products with their families and over the summer. All right.
Great.
Let's see if we can grab one more in here. And then how old do cows usually get, or like what's the average lifespan? We usually know that 1 year for a cow is like 10 years for a human, but do these cows usually?
So usually our cows, we usually have an average age of 7 or 8 years old. And like you said, 10 years to a human, that's around 70 or 80 years old with a calf. So we try to take care of them as best we can. And as long as we provide a good, clean, comfortable environment, the cows can stay around a really long time. So we like to take care of them and keep them around as long as we can. So
Awesome. We've got a chat that's flooding in with questions, but to wrap up today, I just have one more question for you, Farmer Kent. What is your why? Why do you do what you do every day as a farmer
So the
at Landsdowne
so
Dairy.
so the reason I do what I do every day, I love working outside. I love working with the cows. The cows give me a lot of joy to come out here and look at them every day, and I have the ability to take care of them. I like working with my friends that we've started the farm with and the creamery. Um, the cows, the, the cows give me a lot of pleasure to come out here and take care of them every day. I get to work outside, and it's something a little bit different to do every day. So at the end of the day, the cows kind of take care of me, and I take care of the cows. So, and they give me an opportunity to produce high quality milk for everybody who likes to drink milk and who likes to have dairy products. So that's kind of why I like to do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, and thank you for your dedication to the dairy industry and all that you do to provide us our healthy and wholesome dairy products for all of us to enjoy. Before we tune off today, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us and all of our participants joining today?
Well, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to spend the day with us, and thank you for keeping up with Charlie and Maggie throughout the last couple months. And I hope that you enjoy dairy products and realize how important dairy products are for our nutrition and our health. Um, and I hope that everybody has a really good rest of the school year and have a good summer.
Awesome. Thanks, Farmer Ket. So, wow, what an amazing visit we had today. And we just really appreciate Farmer Kent for opening the barn doors, letting us to meet Charlie and Magnolia up close. And of course, we want to thank you, all the classrooms, teachers, and students for joining us, asking such great questions, and bringing so much excitement to today's live chat. We hope you had fun learning about life on a dairy farm and getting to see your adopted calves grow throughout the year. If you loved this experience and want to join us again next year, go ahead and mark your calendars for March 1st. Enrollment opens on on May 1st. And you can enroll at discoverdairy.com/adopt. We would love to have you again next year. From all of us at Discover Dairy and Landsdowne Dairy, thank you for spending your afternoon with us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep learning.